Welcome back to another episode of The Hardcore Casual with your boy, Base the Kid. As always, please like and subscribe, share with a friend, a colleague, a relative, an associate, an enemy, and all in between. It's appreciated. Don't really know where I'm going to go with this one today, but I guess there's a couple things to talk about. One thing in particular, so as you probably saw by the thumbnail, we're definitely going to get into that. We'll see where the rest of it takes us. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, it's Canelo Charlo fight week. Truthfully, if I'm going to be real, I haven't actually noticed a lot about it. This isn't to say, there's no buzz or anything, but even about a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh wow, that fight's happening in 2 weeks. It didn't really feel like it was around the corner. When the All Access came out, I remember when the first one came out, I was a bit like, oh yeah, that's like around the corner. So it's not like, I was thinking about it like I have done in previous years. It just sort of crept up. And normally my YouTube would be filled with just content upon content upon content of like one of them or anything, but yeah, it feels weird, the vibe over here in the UK. Now obviously that's not to say that it's not massively being pushed in the US. It might very well be, but I'm just saying I normally feel a bit more of a oomph when it comes to those events than I have done over the sort of the last month or so. It was announced today earlier. It was officially confirmed that it will take place on DAZN in the UK and Ireland, non-pay-per-view. So that's good, because obviously TNT Sports did charge us pay-per-view for Spence Crawford. I paid it with no hesitation, but it's just nice that this is a part of my subscription. That probably offsets something I might talk about a little bit later on, but yeah, overall I get to roll straight into that event from the Oppenheimer Thompson, which while I won't be able to watch properly all the way through, I will be sort of keeping an eye on that and keeping an eye on the people on the undercard that I do support. But yeah, this Saturday it's going to be a very, very good day and night of boxing, and that's not even including Wallin and Gassiev, which I'm still not sure how I'm gonna watch. That might be on Fight TV, so we'll find out. But yeah, it's coming up to Thursday now by the time people see it, so hopefully like everything else kind of ramps up in Vegas and it just feels a bit more like, yeah, there's a big fight on the weekend, hopefully. So earlier on, I was actually lucky enough to go down to the media workout of Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards. Now, it was kind of a last minute attachment to the Oppenheimer Thompson workout. So I had my timing set a bit differently of when I was going to reach over there. But when I had seen that, I said, okay, I'm going to have to figure something out, because this will probably be the only opportunity I, get to see Bam in person. I can see Sonny most of the time. He's at a lot of events that I've been at, so if it comes down to obviously even talking to him, I have that opportunity. And today I did actually want to do a little a piece with him, because I'm not sure the next time I kind of will see him, but yeah, it didn't quite happen. We had a little funny back and forth on X about it a little while ago. You can go check that if you want. But yeah, I did manage to get to speak to Bam a little bit, saw a little bit of his media workout. So take a look at the conversation. It was in a scrum. Normally I don't do scrums. I can be a bit snobbish like that. It's like, if you don't want to talk to me, then cool. But when it comes to international stars and that, especially if it's ones that I particularly like and I know I'm not going to get that one-on-one opportunity, then yeah, that's not a problem. And in this case, it's not. Now, there was a lot of other people there, a lot of people obviously for the other workout. I didn't speak to any of them on cam, but I'd said I'd save all of that for tomorrow, just because I know that I will have a lot more time and I will get the majority of the people that I do want to talk to. So yeah, take a look at some of the questions that was asked by myself and IFL, Boxing Social, and a couple other channels. But yeah, take a look.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised. I thought he was supposed to be a lot more different, a lot more aggressive, but he's been very respectful. So, either way, whether he came at me aggressive or the way he is now, it's no problem.
Does that tell you anything in terms of the fight?
Nah, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. He came at me respectful, so, it is what it is, like I said.
He made comment about your weight. Said he looks in better shape than you. Does that tell you anything? Are you going to be ready for the 16th of December?
It's how I always am. Just a lot of people. I barely approached the scene not too long ago, so people are barely starting to see how I walk around. This is usual. This is how I usually am.
Have you had any messages from British fans telling you they want you to win this fight?
Yeah, definitely. I've had a few British fans telling me that they want me to knock him out, so I'll make that happen.
How long do you see this fight going? Do you reckon you can get rid of him early, or do you think it's going to be like tough fight?
Definitely it's going to be a difficult fight at first. Sonny comes out the way he does, but once I pick up his timing, his rhythm, that's a wrap. I'll take over.
Bam, how much do you feel like you have to prove in this fight? Number one, number two in the division. How much do you feel like you have to prove?
This is definitely my biggest fight. This is the best, like you said. So the winner after this is the king of the flyweight division, and there's a lot to prove.
Do you feel like we will see the best of you? We saw you get 2 odds of prove your best against the side. Now we'll see it again. Do you feel like when the competition rises, your stock rises, that's when we see the best of you?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't looked the best my last 2 fights. I would get that, but this is Sonny Edwards. This is a huge fight, a lot on the table. So I'll bring my A game. I'll be on my best.
Bam, this is a fight we've been looking forward to for a long time here in the UK. Why, in your opinion, didn't it happen a little bit sooner, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know. They just throw me names and I say yes. So that's up to my manager, up to my team. I really have no nothing to speak on that.
This is obviously to prove yourself in the division, but what else is there to achieve for yourself beyond this fight?
This is to become unified champ, the first out of San Antonio, Texas, and this is just to prove who's the best at flyweight.
Bam, where's this going to put you in the pound for pound list, do you think?
Definitely top 10.
Okay, so what is your pound for pound list right now? Do you think you could even break into the top 5?
Nah, there's some big names up there in the top 5, so respectfully, I'll be at least top 10.
What fight do you reckon has prepared you for Sonny Edwards? Because he's got quite a unique style.
What was that?
What fight do you think has prepared you for Sonny Edwards? He's got quite a difficult style.
I believe my last fight, was a resemblance of how this fight's gonna go. My last opponent, Christian Gonzalez, moving a lot, moving the whole time. So I kind of got a feel of how this fight's gonna go.
Bam, what do you have to adjust in your game to bring the best out of you for this fight?
What's that?
What do you have to adjust in your game to bring the best out of you in this fight?
Yeah, definitely. You have to adjust as a fighter. So this is no different. December 16th is gonna be the same.
Is there any specific technique for Sonny that you're worried about, that you're fine tuning, or is it literally just all about you and how you prepare for this fight?
Yeah, this is all about me. Me and Robert Garcia are gonna go into the fight with the perfect game plan, and we'll be able to execute it.
Would you say this is your hardest fight to date?
Skill-wise, yes, but power-wise, I believe Rungvisai was my toughest fight. But Sonny has a high IQ, and I haven't faced a fighter with that kind of IQ, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yep. Cheers, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, he seems fairly confident. He says he's had people from the UK messaging him, telling him that they want him to knock Sonny out. I mean, if that's the case, he says he's going to do it for them. Well, we'll see. It will be an interesting fight. It's definitely one of the better fights this year, and obviously unification can't really go wrong. I want to get Sonny's take on that, and I probably will do a little bit down the line. But yeah, good luck to both guys. That's pretty much what I will say for this moment. Now, did you guys see that Haney Prograis promo? I can't lie, I think that's one of the best announcement promos I've ever watched from the sport of boxing. Look, there's been some good ones, there's been like some really cheesy ones, but I don't know what it is about it. It's like, it's such a minimalist approach, but it all ties into it, because obviously you've got Haney almost being like, he's almost like the villain of this story now. It's like he's transformed. He wanted to be the hero, and he's now lived long enough to see himself become the villain. And then you've got, you know, Prograis, who's like the, you know, the valiant hero that has to slay like the, you know, this cocky, trash talking, you know, up and comer who's challenging his throne. It's like the young lion, but the old lion still isn't ready to relinquish the pride yet. And just the words, it's literally just like their mouths and noses throughout almost the majority of the, you know, of the promo. And then right at the end you've got Devin Haney, you know, with the lips like talk ends, and then you've got Regis like December 9th. Now obviously the only bad thing about it is for the US audience, it's gonna be on the Zone pay-per-view. Now yeah, we can get into the whole pay-per-view is dead and blah 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 that was talked about 2-3 years ago. I think realistically what would be nice for the Zone, especially at the US counterparts, because the Zone itself isn't competing with a network or licensing their product to a network and having to give like a portion of their you know, their revenue over to the network, same as like what you'd have to do with ESPN or something. It would be nice if they actually priced their pay-per-views with that in mind. So instead of it being, you know, $60 or $65 or, you know, $85, but it's 65 or 60 if you know, if you're a full-time subscriber or whatever. It would be nice if it was closer to like $45 or $40, because you don't have to split the revenue with anyone. It's like it's all your revenue. So yeah, even if you took a little off the top, it would probably get you more buys overall, which would therefore get you more revenue at the end, even though you're not getting as much money per purchase. I don't know, something to think about. You know, I'm not going to pretend to know their business like that in and out, but yeah, it's a shame. Obviously it's not necessarily what the people want, and you know, no one ever really wants to pay pay-per-view. I'd be interested to know how much they're getting paid, as to why this fight couldn't just be on regular DAZN. Like, it would be interesting to know what the threshold is between, all right, this has to be pay-per-view because this is how much they want, and this is what we can just have a rights fee to. That would be an interesting question. Maybe it's one I might pose to Eddie Hearn. He probably won't know the numbers, or he probably won't give them to me, but hey, it's worth asking the question, right? But yeah, overall, like the poster, I thought the poster was a bit whack, if I'm gonna be real. I didn't think the poster was anything special. I know something about it just seemed like it was two images just smashed together. Now look, I know most posters are like that, but yeah, it seemed a bit, I didn't really like the poster. It seemed a bit cheap and amateurish, but the promo was off the chain, and it did make me want to watch that fight. I've got some pretty strong opinions on that fight. I will save those until closer to the time. I definitely want to see what the undercard is like, especially for this pay-per-view event. But overall, it's a good one. And yeah, I just like how, you know, obviously Devin's almost gone into, like I said, his heel persona. And it's interesting to see. It's gonna be a fun night, and I will definitely be staying up for that. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I've got some other stuff. There should be a whole load of content coming tomorrow from the press conference, like some stuff via my channel, some stuff via Undefeated Podcast channel. Just depends on, I guess, what I can get, who I can get, and how long I talk to them, or what level I talk to them. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, subscribe and share. Don't forget there's memberships as well. The more members that do join the channel, the more members only content I will be doing. But yeah, Thanks very much. Catch you soon. For right now, it's the Hardcore Casual out.